Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot, all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. Let's get going. As our freak of nature that we brought in this season that we made the trade for is proving us right on why we wanted to go after someone like DK Metcalf because I know this isn't the craziest example, but Minka Fitzpatrick Tuesday had an interception. If you remember Buda Baker's 90-yard interception return where he got absolutely lit up by DK Metcalf after he hauls him down. That's what happened here in training camp a couple of days ago now, where Minka gets the pick. And you know who's on the run after that? Who turns into a defender, who gives it his all every play. DK. Absolutely flying down the field, able to catch up to him. Didn't no pads yet, so we didn't get to see a DK hit just yet. You never know. Could be the next two-way guy. Could be he honestly could play linebacker probably with his frame. He is absurd, but the playmaker also running sharp routes, also just making consistent plays throughout the first couple of days of practice here in many camps. And I'm excited. I'm getting really excited to watch this guy out on the field for us on Sundays. I mean, DK Metcalf is an absolute. I don't have any other words to describe him besides a freak of nature. This dude, it's 240, like just solid muscle, 6'4". It's crazy. He just towers over everyone. It feels like you feel like less of a man when you stand next to someone like DK Metcalf. And the fire and the drive has always been there for him. Now that can lead him to off the field issues sometimes, becoming in the headlines for the wrong reasons. But I do like the fire a little bit. We've dealt with some disgruntled wide receivers before in Pittsburgh, but hopefully, hopefully with DK, he's just a playmaker on the field and off the field. He's not a headline maker. That's not what we want to see out of another receiver. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a break before we get our next head case in the building at wide receiver. But when it comes down to it, he plays with fire, and that leads to off the field issues just because of his mentality in life. But it hurts his game if he doesn't have it. I'd rather him create a little negative headlines and all out on the field if that's what it takes. But we did announce the wide receiver opposite of him yesterday, as Calvin Alston will be slated to be out wide at the wide receiver two position opposite of DK Metcalf. Now, this isn't my favorite role for someone like Calvin Austin. I do think he's a better slot receiver. I think his frame's more of a receiver frame. I also think his dynamic ability is more slot oriented than out wide. We haven't really seen much of him spread out wide too far. He's played slot most of his career last year. He had those flashes where he looked really good, like he could be a real weapon in that position. I'm not really the biggest fan of moving him to oh wide because I just think it takes away from his game. I don't know if he'll be able to create as much space out there like he was able to with in the slot. Also, I would just love, I would love to see Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper still get brought in. I think we do need a second really reliable guy out there for our old quarterback. Someone where if DK is not open instantly, you make a quick read, you find your number two, you throw it to him. That's what I want for Aaron Rodgers. I want him to get the ball out as fast as possible because I don't want him getting touched at all, or else we could not have a quarterback once again. But the Keenan Allen rumors actually are trying to ramp it up a little bit right now about where he could land. Us being one of the more desirable spots. right now for him to land. So that's a positive sign. Hopefully he starts moving. Hopefully the more we talk about it, the more likely it's going to happen. And if Keenan Allen will sign, oh, this offense could be truly really dynamic. Um, While I'm talking about this offense, what is Arthur Smith's plan with the offense? As he talked about all the new weapons, all the new additions, and having Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback, and how hopefully this makes us more of a balanced offensive attack, unlike last year where we had the fourth most rushes in the league. And let me tell you, our run game is it is 2 yards in a cloud of dust. It is brutal to watch sometimes. Our run game, the past couple years, the boxes have been loaded all season long against our running backs. Najee Harris never really could bust a big run. It felt like ever because the box was loaded. Jalen Warren, every now and then you'd see him get a little explosive, but nothing above like 20 yards consistently while running the rock. You don't see that too much from the Steelers. Too many explosive runs. All the pitch plays last year didn't work. Don't even get me started about the pitch play last year. We ran that horribly in every situation. Whenever you knew we needed a play, we'd go to the pitch play for some reason, and it just go abysmal. We'd go backwards 4 yards, and Arthur Smith really frustrated with me with me or frustrated me last year with all of that just because it was horrendous to watch. I really do hope Arthur Smith can find a scheme to use all these weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Don't have too much hope that Arthur Smith is really that good of an offensive coordinator where it can get balanced, but I do have a little bit of a hope that with Aaron Rodgers in the building, in most of his career being the person that offense heavily relied on. Hopefully that helps with our pass game opening up the box for our run game. If Aaron Rodgers can get out there the first couple weeks and put up like 200 yards and a couple touchdowns in each game, the boxes will clear. And then our running backs, Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson, should be able to have phenomenal seasons too. And then our offense should be the most balanced in the league if it all goes out to the plan. But every team's probably saying that right now. That's just how it works in the NFL. Everyone's looking to be as balanced as possible, keep defenses guessing. Hopefully, Arthur Smith doesn't get scared early, just goes back and starts to turn around, hand it off the first two plays, then try to pick something up on third down. Like it's been the past couple seasons. It's just been awful. Not fun to watch. Let's just put it that way, put it lightly. But let's move on to the other side of the ball to wrap this up as Mike Tomlin was asked about the TJ Watt situation right now, and the quote goes, certainly we'd like him to be here, but certainly not surprised by where we are at. He also then went on to mention how both sides of the negotiation really do strongly desire making it work and getting this deal done quickly or relatively quickly before the season. Hopefully, that they're going to keep working towards it. Uh, to me, just give him his 40 mil a year. Like he's looking for a Miles Garrett contract. Just give it to him. He's clearly been the best defender in the league, in my opinion, for years now. He gets snubbed the Defensive Player of the Year like 3 times already throughout his career. He did win one, but 3 other years got snubbed completely. Miles Garrett somehow always gets named above him as a better edge rusher, which is just I don't know. If you watch the games to me, PJ Watt is the main reason the Steelers win games every year, where Miles Garrett, Browns never win any games. That's just how it is. Miles Garrett isn't being that much of a factor if he can't force a couple turnovers, give his offense a chance to win a game. TJ Watt's done that multiple times throughout his career. He has single-handedly won us games consistently. So just get the deal done, please. Don't let it linger. I hate that it's lingering because you never know. Falling out could happen, and next thing you know, TJ Watt's traded for picks and pieces everywhere, but nothing will come close to what TJ Watt can provide to the defense. So get the deal done. But that has been it from Steelers latest. I'm your host, Cole Denis. We'll see you tomorrow.